destroying number 19 Colorado 42-6. And Dalton, both of us picked Oregon in this game, but in a much, much closer game than this. What were your main takeaways from this curb stomping that Oregon put on Colorado?
It was the one huge advantage that Oregon had going into it in the trenches. O-line and D-line both just dominated the game. Oregon ran for 240 yards. Their pass protection graded an 89.2 and now leads the nation on the season with a 95.4 pass blocking grade. Nix was great. Obviously, Irving was great. The weapons, everything. But their offensive line just dominated this game. Colorado was not ready. They're not ready in the trenches talent-wise to play a team like this. There's going to be other games where we see Colorado look better, the Arizona States and the Stanfords of the world where athletically they're the better team. But Oregon is at least equal, if not better athletically, and they're so much better in the trenches that this is where a lot of coaches and scouts and everybody who looked at this game said there's no way Colorado stands a chance because there's just such a stark difference in the trenches on both sides.
Oh, massive one. I mean, not only on offensively, you saw right there. I mean, Oregon in this game averaged 3.1 yards before contact per attempt, which is insane. And obviously, you see right there, 6.8 yards per carry. Other side of the ball, Dalton, they got 8 sacks on Shedeur Sanders as well. Shedeur is basically by himself on that Colorado offense. And listen, the Buffaloes, they're just not there yet in the trenches. Deion said it before. They're 6 to 8 guys away from being a legit team, and I think all 8 of those guys are trench players, honestly, because they are just not there yet in the trenches. And this is why we knew this going in that, hey, this could be a mismatch, and it absolutely was. I don't think you should overreact too much to this one. I still think Colorado has enough skill position players, enough talent at the skill positions to compete with other less physical teams, like we'll get into in our preview episode probably in a couple days. But I also think Oregon, is a really good team, man. This is a top 10 team for sure, playoff contender for sure. They're really firing on all cylinders right now on offense, and then that's not even mentioning Dan Lanning, the head coach, who is one of the best defensive minds in the sport, in my opinion. But speaking of Dan Lanning, Dalton, quickly before we move on to the next game, what were your thoughts on his pregame speech? Obviously, he said, quote, "They're fighting for clicks. We're fighting for wins." What were your thoughts on Lanning's pregame speech, taking some shots at the Buffaloes?
I think every team's fighting for wins. You don't see teams going out there fighting for views or clicks or anything like that. But every coach has they have that pregame speech every week. I mean, we've all been in those locker rooms, and it's just one of those things where they're gonna say what it takes that day, whether it's true or not. It's motivating if that's what he felt needed to go to his players at that time. But I have no issues with it. There was some people talking this morning on TV and stuff about controversy and what's really behind it and this and that. There's nothing. It's a guy making a pregame speech, and he makes something similar to that every week. And this one was just against, it was on the biggest stage against Coach Prime in Colorado and all that, all the hype going into it. I don't think too much of it. I'm sure he makes some sort of speech like that. Every coach makes some sort of speech like that every week. I don't take much stock in it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way you fire your guys up, honestly. It's a you versus them war mentality. So you say anything to fire your guys up. So I have no issue with it on Lanning's side, but I will say one thing. Deion Sanders wins because of clicks. That's exactly how this program was able to turn around from a 1-11 team last year to a nationally relevant one. Every single game Colorado's played this year has been on national TV. They had College Game Day going to Colorado State, when last year that would have been one of the worst games of the whole season between those two teams. They had 9.3 million viewers in that game. Colorado has put on a masterclass in marketing since Deion Sanders was hired, and you should, when Deion Sanders is, in my opinion, the most charismatic coach in college football right now. And with all those eyeballs that is on the program right now, there are a lot of talented players, like you've already seen, that want to transfer into Colorado, that want to commit to Colorado coming out of high school. I mean, he convinced Travis Hunter to go to an FCS school out of high school when Travis Hunter was a number 2 player in the country coming out of high school. You've never seen that before, and it's because of Deion Sanders. So I will say, yes, they're not a top 10 team, and they prove that they're not even close to a top 10 team right now. But the way this program is relevant is because of clicks and because of Deion Sanders taking advantage of all the marketing that Colorado is doing right now. So yes, it is a shot at Colorado, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, they're fighting for clicks because that's the only way they can convince good players to go to the program. You're not going to commit to Colorado because of their football. Like, they're not going to out football you. What they are going to do is out market you and get good players that way. So I think, the whole clicks thing and people taking shots at Colorado for that is like, dude, that is literally how they win right now. That's the only way they can win for now until they start getting some really good players in there.
And that's how recruiting just works. Honestly, that's how every team wins. Their coaches are every coach is on Twitter. Every kid gets to visit on campus in the stadium and the locker rooms and all that. The coaches take helicopters to the high school fields nowadays. Saban takes helicopters to high school fields. Everybody's getting clicks. It's publicity. It's marketing. That's like half the battle of recruiting. Half of it nowadays is getting talent, and the other half is just convincing them to go to your school through other manners. It's every school does it, and Deion's just done it at an accelerated rate because he's Deion Sanders, and I can't blame him one bit for that. If I was Deion Sanders, I would do it too. It's just every school does it, and I think to take it like Colorado does it more than anybody else is nonsense.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's ironic, too, that he says they're fighting for clicks when, like, that Dan Lanning video is one of the most viral videos right now in college football, which is pretty funny. But, yeah, listen, man, like I said, Colorado, they can't out-football you right now. What they can do is convince really talented players to come in so they can eventually out-football you. But, yeah, I have no issue with the way Deion is running his program right now, and they're just not close to what Oregon is, which is fine because they weren't close last year. 10 of their 11 losses last year were blowout losses. So this is their first one this year, and everyone's clowning them. But the fact that we're even clowning Colorado when last year they get blown out of the water and you say, okay, that's just Colorado football. This year it's relevant. This is why we're leading the show with this, guys. So you need to remind yourself of where this program was last year, which was a dumpster fire. This year, they're on national TV every single week, and they're a relevant program, which is a miracle.